Wellness Show, episode 307.
Welcome to the Wellness Show, a podcast on health and wealth. I'm your host, Tyhson, Banighen, the founder of the Extraordinary Healing Arts Academy. Join me as we get the latest insight, tips, and strategies from wellness providers, coaches, and successful, heart-centered entrepreneurs, and much, much more.
Hi, this is Tyhson Banighen with the Wellness Show, and today we're going to Uganda, and we're going to talk with Gerald, and we're going to talk about his project in Uganda, which is a rural development project that I'm quite excited to support, and I'm hoping that by you understanding what the needs are in Uganda, that you too will join us. This is an exciting project. So, where are you, and what part of Uganda are you?
Right now, my name is Gerald Nasasira. I am in Uganda, located in East Africa, and I am in Western Uganda in the part called Mbarara, in Mbarara, Western Uganda.
So most people know about Uganda as a landlocked country full of lakes. So are there any big lakes that you're close to?
Oh yeah, it's a landlocked country, and unlike our neighbor Kenya, it is landlocked. The Kenya has access to the seaport, but Uganda is not. So yeah, indeed, we are landlocked.
And are you? But it's an area of big lakes. Are you close to a big lake?
Well, some lakes are in the capital. They are in the capital city, in Kampala. But as where I am, the lakes are a bit far. So they are not near as where I am.
So how far away are you from the capital?
We are 6 hours away from the capital city.
Wow, and I hear the roads are not very good.
Yes.
So travel to the capital is not very easy.
Yes, it's not easy, and we have to travel a lot, and you have to sacrifice the whole day traveling to the capital city. So, but by God's grace, we are able to and do what we can be able to do.
So what's the name of your organization, Gerald?
My organization is called the Foundation for Empowering Uganda Initiative, and it is a national and regional gender-based organization, which is a non-profit, and it is interested in women, girls, children, and plus youth. And we are more interested in the helpless and marginalized groups of people, of individuals in Uganda. It operates as a national and regional-based non-profit organization. And we basically advance the rights of women, girls, children, and youth, and other society members, so that they can be empowered economically, socially, and culturally. And so we are in Mbarara, and we started during the university time. By that time, I was still at Kampala in Chambogo University, Uganda, where I pursued my bachelor's degree of arts and social sciences. And it's where I began the idea of empowering the society, the communities, and also try to ensure that people also look like the rest of the world. So that's why we are here. And our major interest is in rural areas.
How did you, so you're at university, and how did you then get interested in rural development?
As I was at university, we used to learn the concepts in regard to rural development. And we had a concept called, it was rural growth and development, and it is one of the contents in social sciences. And it showed me how people exactly were suffering, and how people were very much marginalized, and they could not help themselves, and they could not support themselves. And so we were interplaying the role of the private sector, government, and the individuals on how they can help the society. So I got interested to help the people because they were very, very much suffering, and they needed to change their mind the mindset. They needed to change the way they think economically, socially. So that's why I got interested to help these people come down as a university student and help them.
Well, that's wonderful. And so now you've created, you're in the midst of creating a nonprofit organization that will then be incorporated as an NGO. So we're in the midst of raising funds so that you can get registered in Uganda as an NGO or non-governmental organization. So you've had to create a board. So do you want to introduce your board of directors?
Yes, I would like to introduce my board of directors. Others are not yet available here. But first of all, I would like to introduce Mr. Pastor Byabagambi. Is a 70-year-old man. He's a 70-year-old man, and he is one of the advisors into rural development, and he is very well conversant and knowledgeable with the historical part of the communities, because he was there many days in the 1950s, and he knew how the communities transformed. So therefore, he was a very great in transforming the communities, and so here he is, and he loves the community, he loves his people, and so that's why he's working with us. And another one is called John Bosco Bitarirenga. Introduce yourself.
I'm Bitarirenga John Bosco. I'm a member of the board for Empowering Uganda Initiative. I'm so glad to hear from you.
Well, I'm doing the work that you're doing. So what's your specialty? Why did you get involved?
People were suffering, were facing so hard things, they were passing through many problems. So that's why I was so engaged to join this Gerald, who had created this initiative.
Oh, great. Wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. So here is
he can also, this is our usual brother. He's also was also vetted on the board. So introduce yourself, sir.
I'm called Mugarura Godfrey, as usual, and I'm very happy to discuss with you about this organization of ours and our need to serve the nation and the entire world, so that we can at least transform our communities into good places to live in, and to make our people live in a life that can make them feel like they are being loved.
Wonderful.
So we have also Peace Trevaze. She leads women affairs. She leads the women affairs, and she's so much passionate about the community, and she also loves seeing women empowered in entrepreneurship and every aspect that a woman can develop him or herself. So she's here, and she's so happy to be part of Empowering Group Initiative. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
God bless you.
Thank you. So, Gerald, what are the 5 most important issues that you're working on?
The first issue, we are working on education. In education, we are trying to ensure that we move to the communities in which we can sensitize our fellow people about the importance of education, because in most of the rural areas in Uganda, we have had a challenge that many parents do not take their children at school purposely because they have no education. They value more farming more than education, yet it is a source of empowerment. And so we try go to the communities with our team, try to sensitize them, change their psychology, teach them what their children would become in the future. And then we can make sure that they can take their children at school. And more so, in the part of education, we also meet orphans. These are children who lost their parents and we also have orphans and vulnerable children. And also these people, we gather them in the communities and we try to teach them the importance of becoming great people in the future, encourage them, inspire them. The second issue is health. Here in health, about 8% of the mothers in Western Uganda, they die while giving birth. And this is attributed to the poor health facilities that we have in Uganda, and also the kind of the education they have in mind, that you find the mother is not aware that he should deliver from the hospital. So our team goes there to ensure they teach them the importance of delivering from hospital, because they die when they deliver from home, they die. So we ensure that these mothers are informed about the important basics of health, and then be able to have safe deliveries. However, they have great challenges of health. These mothers, because of poverty, you find that their children die. We have a high mortality rate because of these children, because of their mothers lacking information, and also poor health facilities, which are dwindling. The third issue, we are involved in entrepreneurship. In entrepreneurship, we ensure that every youth, because there is a high level of unemployment in Uganda, so we ensure that these youth who are unemployed can start something small to gain income for themselves. For example, we have always encouraged piggery keeping, we have always encouraged beekeeping, we have always encouraged livestock keeping, we have always encouraged poultry keeping, we have also been encouraging farming, so that they can get small. They can gain from whatever they rear, whether crops, whether animals, whether birds, so that they can sell on a local level or at a national level, so that they can be self-reliant and avoid the problems of unemployment, and also consequently eradicating extreme poverty that is affecting many youth in Uganda. So therefore, the challenge that we have always seen them telling us is that they have no enough capital to start this smaller entrepreneurship, because as entrepreneurs, they have also needed to keep themselves busy and earn an income. The fourth issue, it is climate change and environmental sustainability. We have always gone to the communities planting trees. These trees, they have always helped in rainfall formation, because when we go to communities and encourage tree planting, and also we discourage deforestation, it means that we are going to encourage and preserve climate change. And so we are trying to ensure that in the way of combating climate change and other related issues like global warming, we educate our citizens about the importance of tree planting and also environmental conservation, and also trying to preserve the ecosystem. In this, we have a group of girls which are led by Doreen. This is called Girls for Climate Change and Peace Initiative. So this group, it is an outreach arm for Empowering Uganda initiative, which goes deeper communities, using a girl child as a way of empowering and also combating climate change. So therefore, they go to communities. They are school children. In the holidays like this, they go to communities, encourage fellow girls, encourage fellow individuals to plant these trees, engage fellow girls to be in a position to preserve the climate. And the last issue we are involved in, it is HIV/AIDS. More than 50% of youth in Uganda have died of HIV/AIDS. And also in this, HIV has caused many children parentless, because when you see in Uganda, according to UNICEF, we have had Uganda has 2.5 million orphans.
Wow.
Of those 2.5 million, 1.2 million are orphaned by HIV/AIDS. So these parents, these parents die, and they leave child-headed families, and which is causing a problem. And so, therefore, we have this initiative to ensure that we incorporate HIV/AIDS. We teach these young people who die of AIDS, and also sensitize them to keep in school, avoiding dropout rate, because the dropout rate, because of these issues, some of which are not detailed, but which I can give you later, is that HIV/AIDS, once the young man or young woman is contracted with HIV, thinks of dropping out of school. Right. And also, we have also seen the youth who also leave school because they are orphans, dropping out of school. So we incorporate these issues to ensure that we go to communities, in far communities in Western Uganda, in Central Uganda, trying to change the mindset of these people. And now we also need hands-on. So this hands-on will ensure that we can have a community outreach, and then take there an HIV campaign against HIV, and then free medical care, free HIV testing. So this is all we are hoping for, and we are working towards achieving that, so that the people, because they have no medicine to secure or to cure this kind of disease and scourge.
Well, just to let people know, I am supporting an orphanage for HIV orphans in Uganda. It's another project I'm supporting, and I'm hoping that Gerald, sometime as we get more funding, can also contact that group and support them as well. So I'm funding 2 projects in Uganda, like I said, this one here and the one that has supporting children that are orphaned by AIDS. So how people can help you is a number of different ways, right? One, they can make a donation, and the link will be here in the show notes about how people can make a donation to get this group incorporated. And secondly, you're really encouraging people to come and visit you, and hopefully that they come with some skills that would help do all sorts of things, like beekeepers and helping locate water, like dowsing, to bring water to the communities. So you have a number of ways that you can help people that come to Uganda be able to teach. Is that correct?
Yes, they can come and teach the people, and they can also bring new ways, new expertise in health, in education, in climate change, in peace, in education. So they are all welcome to come, even if they have the medical teams that are available to come and give free HIV medical campaign or medical week. They are in full position to come and help the people, because they are in dire need for the services.
All right. All right, we're going to call this a wrap for now, but I'd like to come back and interview you more on each one of the 5 major projects. And if we could, maybe get some opportunity for people to see what it's like in the village and the work that you're doing, that would be great as well. So, Gerald, is there any last thing that you'd like to say to people before we say goodbye for now?
Oh yeah, thank you very much. First of all, my elder and patron, Mr. Tyhson. You have become a very wonderful patron for initiative, and the people in Uganda appreciate you very much for the great work, and in particular with the board chairman is sending sincere appreciation to you very much for standing with us in this. And my final remarks at this particular moment is to ensure to call upon the people and our viewers in Canada, in the USA, in Mexico, in Europe, in Australia, and around the world to come and be part of this cause, because it will save the world, it will save them, it will also make the world great. So I am appreciating you, and I am calling them that this is part of the village that if they can take a look, this is part of the village that that we work in. So these are small, those who are riding the bicycles. So those are the people. This is small part of the village that I can show you, that I think people can see, and so we appreciate you finally. Thank you. I need to have you more and speak to your viewers about what we can basically do and how they can intervene. But we call upon them. God will bless them. Will bless all whatever they are doing if they come and help the people who are diseased, people who have no education, the orphans, people who have no water, people, all sorts of predicament, as you know, African continent. You are much welcome. We will host you, and we would like to incorporate with other organizations. So that's the most important thing. And everybody who would like to get in touch with us can come through our elder and patron, Mr. Tyhson Banighen.
And we'll say goodbye for now. And we'll be
Yes.
back and meet with you soon. Bye for now.
Okay. But the Lord makes a way, because we are indeed praying that our friends over there can come and help us, and we invite them. We invite them through you, that you come and also be able to visit us. And because I know God has put the masses on them, so we kindly invite you to come and help us and help our communities in the fields and issues that I mentioned. So, and feel free, if you have the time, to be able to come and visit us in Uganda. The people will love you. The people will be in chat with you, and I will be able one day to take you through the community, and you will see the zeal that the people, I will be hugging you like how I'm hugging my 70-year-old Mzee.
Very good. So, thank you for the invitation, and we will see if we can invite lots of people to come and help you do all the projects that you want to do. So bye for now. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.
For quality online wellness products, courses, and services, visit our sponsors, thewellnessstore.ca and the Extraordinary Healing Arts Academy located at thewellnessacademy.ca. To stay in touch, visit us at thewellnessshow.ca. And until next time, be healthy, wealthy, and wise.